Here.
Commissioner Engel.
Here.
Commissioner Jagger.
Here.
Commissioner Longmire.
Present.
Commissioner Mahoney.
Here.
Commissioner Plummer.
Here.
Commissioner Skolnick.
Here.
Commissioner Snyder.
Here.
Commissioner Wilkins. Here. Commissioner Collins.
Here. Thank you, all present. Approval of the minutes of April 5th, 2012. So moved. So moved and seconded. Is there any corrections or additions? All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Public comment on an agenda item. If there's anybody in the audience, please come forward to speak if so desired. Seeing none, we'll move on to items for consideration with an addendum for 58 that you have with you. First item is WM 12/04-52 from the administration to approve the accounts payable.
So moved. Second.
Has been moved and seconded. Questions? Seeing none, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. WM 12/04-53 from the administration.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. WM 12/04-54 from the administration. That's been moved and supported. Mr. Jagger?
I got a couple of questions on this. First on page.
Maybe just hold the camera, they're gonna get to it real quick.
Very top
Why don't you just hold the camera?
The county administrator or designee. Now, we didn't have a designee before, according to 2008. Are we hiring anybody for this, or are we?
Designee would just imply that if the county administrator chose to have some delegate the authority to someone, it would not mean that someone else was hired. It would just mean that the county administrator delegated authority. It allows the opportunity to do that.
Okay, and then on page, under the new fees, on page 18, the 2008 said other costs, discs, slides, tapes, etc. Are we doing away with the internet service to give people internet access to the information, or how's it work?
The change from 2008 to 2012 is that there will be more of a standard charge, so it condensed the way we would charge. It doesn't change what we will charge, but it didn't itemize specifically how we would charge. We would still submit as many FOIAs as we could electronically for efficiency, but it would be on a per page basis as opposed to charging for discs and other kind of costs.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the question, is if we would still do it, because obviously we're
Right.
moving into the 21st century. We want to do it electronically if we can.
Yes, yes. But the cost would be determined by the pages. So electronically, if we sent it, it'd be how many pages we sent electronically.
I think that's it.
Any other questions? All in favor of the motion say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. WM 12/04-55, neutralization.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Questions, Mr. Jagger?
I think on the page about, and I forget where it is, but it's going to be recommended amount of monies increases or decreases, and in the equalization book that's coming out, and it was probably about that book complete, and it was probably 20 pages in its recommendations, and like Norton Shores is going to be recommended for like a 15% increase. Is that what the township became worth more, or the city of North Shores, or is that increase what each household will become? I think it's further back than that. Sure. Yeah, it's like these, when we see the recommended in that area. You can take any one, for instance.
specifically what you're referring to?
Yeah, we're coming around there.
We have extra books too.
Oh, okay. Like here where it says 7% of the total GEV, and they're going up 7%?
No.
Okay.
He's looking on the pages on county equalized value, tax rates, and county taxable percentage of total CEV is, it's the percentage that is of the total county equalized value. It's not an increase. The values in general are going down in the county. The values for the county and assessments are going down approximately 4%, actually 3.99 in assessment, and taxable values are going down 2.3 overall. That's just the percentage of that unit to the total value in that area.
No, the township is actually going up because of building or something, or
No.
is it?
I don't believe Norden is going up. I don't believe most of the units are going up, and it's just the percentage of total.
It's a percentage of total. Whatever
Norton
percentage
shows
total.
7% of the total.
If you look on page A1, we have a percentage change for each unit. And if you look, this is an equalized values. I don't see,
I should have brought this.
Whitehall is the only one it looks like, if I'm looking at it quickly, that's going up at all in equalized. And taxable is the next page, recommended county taxable value. There's a few, it looks like Holton's going up 2.13, Montague is. A couple of the units are going up in taxable value, but most of them are going down. And taxable, if you still have room, based on the gap between, there's a gap between assessments and taxable based on how long people own their property. If there's still room, the CPI was positive this year and those properties would go up.
I think I'll have to sit down with you.
Come over and we can explain it.
Mr. Stolman?
Donna, just a question, in looking at that, and some things I've heard lately on the news, like I heard that the number of foreclosures is either leveled off or has stopped, you know, it's not, there's not as many foreclosures. What is your sense about going forward in the county, or you don't, that's not your department, you know?
Well, we try and do projections. It's hard to say given the way the market's been lately. Hopefully we're getting close to the bottom of it and starting to turn around. I do know that everything I'm hearing is the industrial market is going better than it has been, especially for industrial Class A space. It looks like there's more new construction so far this year. I hope it's positive. And if you look, a couple of positive things here in the report, go to page 8. New construction and additions, it was 14% increase for new construction and additions, but you still had the decline from values going down. But at least there's some positive investment in the county. And if you look at page 10, our personal property went up by about 34 million. So that's positive too. Of course, personal property could be going, or at least going phased out. But anyway, there's been some positive signs. The home prices, average home prices are higher based on between year to year, but the number of sales declined.
I was actually looking at those numbers, I was surprised how low they were compared to 7, 8 years ago. I forget where the peak was, but it was significantly higher.
Well, if you look too in our numbers, I don't know if I've got the right page, there's a numbers comparing A3. You look at equalized value, historical equalized value, over the past 20 years, it increased 152%, or 7.62 a year. If you reduce that period to 10 years, it increased 11%, 1.08 a year. In the last 5 years, it decreased 14%, or 2.88 per year. And the next page shows the same data for taxable value, A4, being 131% over 20 years, 26% over 10 years, and minus 3% over 5 years.
Which is good if you bought a house
Recently.
30 years ago. No, maybe you're sort of winning still, but if you bought 4 years ago, you were close.
Right.
Mr. Jarzynski?
What are the ramifications with Headley and Truth and Taxation with this trend? It appears to me they'd be negated.
We're not gonna, it doesn't look like we're gonna have rollbacks this year.
None.
That's our tentative indication.
Any other questions? Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
Is that for all units? I'm sorry if I may. Would that be for all units, all schools, all townships?
As far as I know, Dan was looking at it today, and that's to the best of our knowledge.
Thank you.
All in favor of the motion, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. WM 12/04-55. 56. WM 12/04-56 of Human Resources.
Support.
That's moved and supported. Mr. Jagger.
Insurance companies get 3 appraisals.
Then you run down human resources.
Well, I guess I'm asking, are we self-insured then?
Yes, we are.
So, but I guess my question would be, if insurance companies think it's best to get 3 appraisals, which is private, I mean, wouldn't that still be better for us? Because once, maybe you can answer that.
Well, what we have is when we have vehicle damage, any of the county vehicles, sheriff vehicles, or any of the vehicles, we always have to go out and get quotes. And sometimes it takes a long time to get all the quotes in. And what we're gonna do now is go out for bids and set up a list of 3, 4, 5 preferred vendors who have already bid their lowest rate. And then we can just pick whoever can do the repairs for us when we need a vehicle repaired.
But it does make it so, like, if someone overlooks something, we can get something cheaper if, they underbid, realistically. And this way here, they can just keep adding more things on as they go if they want.
Well, they're gonna bid their labor costs, and parts are parts, I mean, if they can get parts cheaper, that's pretty good for us, but, the labor is mainly what they're gonna be bidding us is their labor costs to do repairs for us. We're just gonna be asking to get these ahead of time. Instead of doing it every time we have a vehicle repair, we're doing it now to get it ahead of time, and then we can just use that preferred list.
Well, it seems like once we lock ourselves into one company, then since it's always going there, it's so easy to be corrupt and say, well, we found these 4 parts wrong, or this extra part's wrong. Which could be what we do by doing it, because they know we're always going to them.
Well, we're gonna have a list though, it's not just gonna be one vendor.
But wouldn't we majorly always use the low bidder?
Well, we'll be able to select from those. I mean, if we end up having a problem with one of our vendors, we probably won't be using them. We'll be going to the rest on our list if we have someone that, but I don't think someone's gonna try to, do anything to us, and otherwise they're not gonna get a business. They're gonna be fair.
Well, it seems like when I get something bid on, if they run into more, usually they end up eating it. But if they run into less, they make money. So it seems like we're making it so no matter what, they can just add more parts to the list by just, well, this looks a little bit rough, we'll take this out, we'll take this out. Instead, someone else might say, well, we'll fix it, being how it's always bid out. That would be my thought. I mean, I think that's a thought more than a statement, more than anything. But
Well, they're still gonna quote the accident. If we have an accident, they're still gonna quote it, but we'll just be going to certain vendors each time.
yeah,
They're still gonna quote it out.
But you only get one quote.
Well, we can go to all of our preferreds. We just won't be running all over town, getting all kinds of them. We'll just have a list of preferred ones, but we'll still get quotes.
Do you typically, you're talking about body damage, right? Like
Yeah, body
an
mechanical.
accident. typically when you do that, like, I know we're self-insured, but if you have normal insurance, you know, you buy your own private insurance, like we all do, typically the insurance company sends an adjuster to look at it to make sure what he's suggesting doesn't happen. You know, each shop bids on it, but then the adjuster has some idea what it should be.
MMRMA who does that for us, they come out and,
So you have someone who oversees
yeah,
this.
yeah, they're our adjuster.
That might stop what he's suggesting.
What's that?
MMRMA, it's the same company that does our general liability, vehicle damage and property damage claims.
Mr. Cross, you,
I think is what you're saying is you're just gonna pick a pool of people basically, like.
A pool of vendors.
A pool of vendors, and then if you have whatever, you're gonna go to that pool, the people that are in the pool for, say, the body work, and you're going to pick the cheapest one of 3, 5, 10, whatever it is, correct?
Yes.
So you don't have to chase all over the country.
Right.
I think it's time sensitive too.
Oh, yeah.
If this guy gives you a cheaper price, but he can't do it for a month, if it's a squad car, you gotta get back on the road.
Right.
So then you go to the next.
Mahoney.
Is there a time frame when you would reevaluate the vendor list?
Yeah, I'm thinking we either want to do it for a year and try it, or do it for a year and with a continuation of
And look at
renewal,
renewals and
yeah.
additional vendors possibly? Thank you.
Mr. Garazinski.
I think the sheriff wanted to address this, and that's move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Yeah. Proper, but got a suit on here.
Dean Rosser, County Sheriff. I just want to speak in support of this process because I'm going to give you a kind of real world example, and it's no secret we're probably one of the biggest users of body shops in the county as far as business. But what often happens is right now it's kind of left up to us which body shops we want to have bid on the particular work. And so we're constantly, we're trying to be fair. You know, there's a number of body shops in the county, and we want to be fair to everyone. And so we're spending a lot of time looking at, well, where did we go last time? Where do we need to go this time? And inevitably what happens is somebody gets left out, and then I hear from them about, well, how come you didn't ask us about doing this work? Or the next time around, another business vendor asks us, well, why didn't we get a chance to bid on that work? And I think, and she's probably heard some of those same complaints, she being Deb, about, you know, if they want to be considered, they can get on this list and show their credentials and be on this list, and then we know that that's the group of people we should be checking with, that that's the county recognized, if you will, list of body repair people. And it would really take care of a few headaches when it comes to getting the body work done. And of course, as someone pointed out, you know, we don't really have the luxury of being able to have a patrol car off the road for a long period of time. It is kind of there's a need for a quick turnaround time. And we spend a lot of time shopping vendors, basically.
Mr. Garazinski.
You brought up the adjuster. Does the adjuster see the whole process through? When they came up and they give an estimate, but to see that the repairs are done?
They come out and look at the vehicle, estimate the damage, and then we take it from there.
Okay, and they
Make sure
don't,
the vehicle gets,
but they don't after it's repaired, do the inspection like a lot of these insurance companies do. This is a trend for insurance companies all across the country.
not that I'm aware of, we haven't done that.
They slip in used parts.
Mr. Snyder.
I think this makes a lot of sense. I'd call it something other than preferred vendor. At least a couple of us around here recall that when we had a preferred vendor, it was one.
Or qualified vendors.
So I guess I want to make sure that it's vendors, it's plural.
Yes, I think that's what, I agree with him, is that we still get 3 appraisals and this kind of thing. I think that's all I'm asking, is we still get the 3 appraisals. Thank you.
I personally think if you get 5 vendors, you're gonna be pretty close, all of them with the rates they charge. That'd be my guess. Anybody else? All in favor of the motion, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. That motion carries. WM 12/04-57 from Human Resources.
Second.
That's been moved and seconded. Questions? Seeing none, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. Carries. WM 12/03-58 from Human Resources.
So moved.
Second.
That's been moved and seconded. Questions? All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Old business? Any old business? Any new business? Any new business? Seeing none, public comment on a new topic. Anybody in the audience would like to address the board today on a new topic, please come forward. Identify yourselves.